Okay, so we are subtracting mixed numbers, and there's 3 ways that I've taught you how to do this. This way in this video, we're going to talk about with the models. Some of us like to use the models. The first 2 steps are always the same. The first step is that you need to line them up vertically. So we've got 13 and 1/12 minus 3 and 5/6. Okay. And then our second step is to find the common denominator. You always have to find the common denominator when you're adding or subtracting fractions. It's just, that's what you got to do every time. So we use our cheat sheet and we have 1/12 and 5/6. Okay. To find our common denominator, we have to figure out what 6 and 12 have in common. So let's count by sixes. 6, 12. Stop, because 12 and 12 are the same. Okay? 12 times what is 12? Times 1, which you do at the bottom. You've got to do at the top. 1 times 1 is 1. So that's the same. Nothing changes about that. And then I forgot to put my subtraction. 6 times what is 12? Times 2. 1, 2. 6 times 2 is 12. What I do at the bottom, I've got to do at the top. Times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. Okay, now this is an issue because 1 minus 10, you can't do that. You can't take 1 cookie and give out 10. So this is where our models are going to come in. Okay, so we have to change our 5/6 to 10/12. Now, when we're doing the model way, all we have to do is draw these out. Now, just for room, I'm going to go ahead and erase this because we've got a lot of whole numbers in 13. Now, how many 12ths make a whole? 12. There's 12 12ths in a whole. And how many wholes do I have in this top number? I've got 13. So I have to write 12 12ths 13 times. So I've got 12 12ths. I'm going to do it 13 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. Now, if this denominator was an 8, would I still do 12 12ths? No, if the denominator is 8, then it would be 8 eighths. If it's halves, it'd be two halves. If it was 1,000, it would be 1,000 thousandths. Okay, so in this case, it's going to be 12 12ths. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 holes, but I can't forget this little tiny 1/12. That's one little piece left over in this other pan that nobody really wants. So I can't forget it because we still have it, but I might not use it until later. Okay. Now, when I'm subtracting, I am just taking away wholes. So the first thing that I'm going to do is take away 3 wholes. So I'm going to mark those out. That's 1 whole that you've eaten, 2 wholes, 3 wholes. Okay? 1, 2, 3. So I'm taking away those 3. Now I have to take away these 10 pieces out of 12. Now you can't take 10 pieces out of this 1/12 because if I had this as a cake, there would be just one little tiny piece left. And I don't know about you, but I don't really like to eat that if everybody's already eaten off of it. If I'm going to have 10 pieces, I'm going to take it out of this other cake that I have, and I'm just going to eat 10 of those. Okay? So what I can do, instead of drawing it, I'm just going to do 12 minus 12 minus 10 I can do is going to be 10 12ths. Okay. Oh, no. Minus 10 is going to be 2 12ths. If I eat 10 of those pieces of cake and there's 12 of them. I'm going to have 2/12 left in this pan. Now, this pan has 2/12, but I still have this one piece left over in this pan. So what I've got to do is I've got to add those up together. So we have, in both of these pans, we've got 3 pieces left, right? I've got 3/12 left of those fractions of those parts of a whole, but then I still have all these pans left over of these whole pans. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I've used this. This pan has been used. So I've got 9 wholes left, and I've got 3 out of 12. But I can simplify those, right? So I'm going to take these two numbers and I'm going to use them. I'm going to put them in my T-chart, 3 and 12, to simplify them. I have to find the greatest common factor to divide by. Okay, so what times what is 3? 1 and 3, and that's all because 3 is prime. And then we've got 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4. Okay, now I've got to circle all the ones they have in common. We've always got 1 and 1. And then in this case, we have 3 and 3. So our greatest common factor is going to be 3. Now I have to divide this 3 by 3/12. So 3 divided by 3 and 12 divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 12 divided by 3 is 4. So my answer that I'm going to put into Excel is going to be 9 and 1/4. Now, this is a lot of writing on this one, but if you are a picture person, it might be easier for you to see it and mark them out. And don't forget that when you are taking from a whole, that whole is no longer there. That whole is being eaten. So make sure that you're not counting this whole still in there. Okay? All right. Good job.